So, over 600 subscribers, over 3,000 videos. What can I say? Other than thanks, guys. Man, it's crazy. Oh, man. I thought I'd never reach 600. Hell, I didn't even thought I'd reach 500. Or 400. Or even 300. Or 200. Or 100. Or 50. Or 25. And 10. And 5. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'll stop. So, this might be a long video. Usually when I celebrate a milestone, I usually just do a simple recording, do a little burnout in NR. But this time I'm gonna change it up. But even if I do change it up, it's still me rambling. But instead of seeing a black screen and then a burnout, you get to see what goes behind my races. So nothing too complicated. So I'm looking at my screen, make sure I got no porn on it. I want to keep my porn pretty private, so I'm not going to share it. You guys find your own porno to watch. So yeah. So how about we take a look at the computer, I guess. So yep, there's the headphones, which I hope to replace because they're pretty old and stuff. Here is the microphone. Got the cheap old pop filter. Yeah, that's duct tape residue. And I super glued it because the duct tape wouldn't work. And I've had this mic for about 3 years, still going. I like that, still going. There's the pop filter. And I put my hand over it so you can't see my reflection. So, yeah. Alright. So maybe one day I'll show you my ugly ass face. But right now, I don't feel like it. It's cold. Well, I do live in Canada. But it's colder inside than it is outside. I don't know how that works. I can go outside there naked. If I can. It's freezing in here. There's a USB hub. There's the external hard drive, 1 terabyte, really good. Yeah, okay. So, basic 1 terabyte. That's good when you're doing a lot, when you're doing league races, or actually making videos. So if you guys want to do it, you should get one of these. 1,000 gigabyte. So here is my computer. Yes, I built this a little bit over a year ago. It ain't the best machine, I know, and I know a lot of NR very, people who make crash compilations. How you say it? Or comp. Screw it. Have a million times better than this, but of course you look under it. It may, it looks pretty cool to me at least. Maybe cool to you guys, but if I show this to like someone more into PC and has more money, would obviously call this one of those generic desktops that you'll get from Best Buy or Walmart or Future. Oh wait, no, there's no more Future Shop in Canada. Let's just open it up. So yeah. So here it is. This is the machine, the main machine. This is an R7 265, I believe, from Sapphire. Yeah, 2 fans. That's how you know it's good. More fans, the better. I'm kidding. So yeah. And there's the power supply. I went extreme overkill. This thing does not need a 750 watt. This whole machine doesn't need a 750 watt, but I bought it anyways, and hope to upgrade soon. Like an R9 390, that shit costs 500 bucks. I'll never get that, but you never know. I could, or I might not. But if I eventually get one, 400 series is gonna come out, which makes 390 cheaper. But that's about it. So. Can this thing fit a 390? I'm going for the Sapphire Nitro. Yeah, same brand. Yeah, here's the hard drive, 2 terabytes, Western Digital green. because it's cheap, power efficient, very good, saves some money. And there's where NR sits, right in that DVD drive. It's an Asus, and I know some white people, most of you guys would probably say Asus, but I say Asus because I'm Asian. If you guys don't know that, but I act the white. Yeah, I sound white, I guess. Well, that's what some people say. A lot of people think I'm white. I'm not. Chris Kyle isn't my full name though. Here's a cheap CPU cooler. You know, there's only 2 parts in here that are not the original. I ran a dual core at the beginning and ran a Corsair 750, and then I got this one, and then I sold the old one, and then I got an A10. I think it was an A6. 6400K was my first processor. Then I got a quad core, A1077K. So there's a cheap Cooler Master fan, $8 Canadian, very good, very good. And then you got one of those fancy fans that I decided to try out because it was on sale. It's a Corsair AP something, AP120, I think. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. If I'm doing this right now, okay, right there. Yeah, now you can see it. So there's the RAM. It's of course G.Skill. You can tell by its fancy shiny blue casing, I guess. There's our heat sinks. And yeah, cable management. Well, at least it's better than what I had it before. Because if anyone saw my video I made a year ago, it was pretty damn messy. But now it's a little bit better, I guess, because the wires aren't all crunched up. They're a bit neater, which is a good thing. So yeah, so this is where all the magic, I guess, happens. You could say, where I do my races. Oh right, and I got the little Wi-Fi card because the router and all that fancy stuff isn't in my room. It's in someone else's room. Of course, desktop don't have Wi-Fi unless you have a Wi-Fi card or a one of those Ethernet bridges, something like that. I forgot the name. Or you have a motherboard that already has the card built in. So yeah, this is my machine. So sometimes I lag. I still trying to get that SSD, but you know, I want to get a lot of gigs, a lot of gigabytes. I don't want 120 or 256. I want at least 500 gigabytes or 480. And of course, this is just a I forgot if I ever run out of space, I can always use these. For anyone who uses a laptop for NR and you lag because you use something like Fraps, buy an SSD. I think it should work for an SSD, and buy one of these 2.5-inch hard drive enclosure. I'm not guaranteed if the SSD works. I gotta Google that, or you guys can Google that. You slap this in, and yeah, you can just plug it into the USB port, and now you got an SSD. Shouldn't be lagging like crazy when you use Fraps. I still kind of lag a bit, you know, dropping from 24 and, you know, from like 60 frames, you know, dropping, well, actually not really 60. I just lose a little bit. Sometimes I get 36 because I crank up the graphics just a little bit because I got more juice. So quad core and that's Sapphire. Okay, enough showing off. So in here, let me just open this first so you can see black for a little bit. Opening this up is a bit hard. Actually, not really. Just gotta push it out with your thumbs, and then just grab it, push it out. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Okay. So here is the old. Well, this was from my laptop, not the very old laptop, but the Dell laptop I had. I used to do everything on. Is dead. It's been dead for a few months. I decided not to fix it because it's old, and since it's a laptop, it uses a special motherboard. You can't just go to any electronics store, pick up a motherboard, and pop it right in, which is stupid. I think it's dumb. I don't like that. They should make motherboards for laptops basic motherboards like this one. You can put this in. Oh, you can. Well, yeah. You can put it in any case that takes a ATX case, ATX motherboard. Okay, I don't even know what I'm saying. But this is from my old laptop. I formatted it. I put, for my races, and I already backed everything up and transferred it to my the current computer. So yeah, it sucks to have that Dell die off. I think I fried the motherboard. I fried it pretty good. So that sucks. But my Toshiba laptop that I had a bit farther back, and my Dell, the other Dell, way back, still works. And so, let's see here. You can see my dirty floor, a lot of shit and dust and all that. But here's the old Toshiba right here. I got Uno. I'm gonna play some Uno. Got 2 decks in there. Get the speaker out of the way. Got that for free from Budweiser. Yeah! So this Toshiba still works, but it's extremely slow. It runs an Intel i3, but back then the i3 was good, but well, I mean, how do I say it? Well, this is an old i3. That's what I'm supposed to say. So so it's not. It's an old generation, yes, old generation iCore. Intel iCore 3, and same for my Dell. It was an i7, and back then it was fast, extremely fast. Got all the fancy stuff, except for the graphics card, but still did its job. But right now that i7 is a piece of shit. It's outdated. So I don't have my Dell laptop. It's somewhere in the basement. But I ran NR on that. Those were the good days. Fun times. Look, I got some Ricky Craven cards. Yeah. Ricky Craven. Anyways, alright. Things going on for 12 minutes. Take a look at my dirty floor again. Got, probably some cum rags all over the place. Because, yeah, pretty cold. Get to see my dirty ass desk. A lot of hair, pubic hair, and dust. But, alright. What do I use to edit? Yes, that's what I'm supposed to. Oh, this camera's going hot. Here's my dusty keyboard I had for 3 years, somewhere around there. Got this for Christmas a long time ago. I still remember that day, the huge ice storm. It just killed the power for about a week. Or actually, not really a full week, just 5 days. It was, so it was crazy. It's freezing cold. Very extreme freezing. It's like minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm not Fahrenheit, Celsius. So, I don't know. But yeah, here it is. Alright, about the monitor is just a basic 23-inch, nothing fancy. I know a lot of people have fancy monitors. I don't, because 1, they're too damn expensive, and 2, because it's unnecessary, because this thing does what I want to do, and yeah. So if you're ever wanting to go build a computer and all that stuff, you don't need to go ape shit, especially if you're just doing NR. NR is an old game. You don't need nothing too ridiculous. You can just get this for, well, this is 200 Canadian, and right now that would be about, let's actually calculate that. So, Google. It's taking a while for some reason. Canadian to US dollar. So right now, oh shit. Oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. So the 200 Canadian would be 155 US. So I doubt it's gonna be that expensive. It's probably maybe 120, 130, 140 maybe. Maybe only $10 if it's 140, but better than paying 150, right? Alright, back to the editing software. This is Power Director 14. I used to use Corel Studio Pro X5, used it for a while. It was pretty good, but I felt like I needed an upgrade, so I bought this for sale. Got a lot of cool shit. Like, what can I show you that I might use? The hell is that? No, that's not what I want to show you. It's got lens flares. Not that that matters. I'm not gonna use lens flares. What else we got here that I might use? Nothing. So again, you don't need something like this if you're ever doing NR races, but it's nice to have. You know, just in case you need to maybe edit something out. Got some transition. I used to use Windows Movie Maker for a while back in my early days before I ever commentated. Is that the word? Commentated? So, only 480p, but now I upload full 1080p, 60 FPS. Yeah, one of the reasons I bought this, one of the reasons, not the only reason, so, yeah, was to make my races in 60 FPS, even though sometimes it does drop below 60, but when it goes above 60 or at 60, you know, it's pretty nice to have. Corel for some reason couldn't do that. I tried to enable it, but it wouldn't let me. So it's good. It's good to have this. Very nice. You know, pick this one up if you like, but if not, continue Movie Maker. Not, you know, don't need to go ape shit. So yeah, what else can I talk about? I don't know. Oh, I just showed you the computer, show you my programs I use, and let's fire up NR. Actually, no, do that later. So, it's crazy. Over 600 subscribers and over 3,000 videos. I know I'm losing my stuff. I know at one point I was, you know, it was like the golden age, the golden era, just like NASCAR. But they had that golden era, you know, the Winston Cup, you know, all the cool cars and all that shit. Got sponsors and stuff. You know, the golden era was probably maybe 2013 to like maybe mid 2015, maybe somewhere around there. But I know I slumped in 2014 because of an incident I do not want to mention that almost ruined. I know this might sound, actually it will sound pretty, you know, sound like I'm exaggerating, but ruined my life. But yeah, it almost did because of an incident. You know, I don't want to talk about it. I know a lot of people don't, you know, I made a big fuss over it on my channel. Some people may remember it, but I don't want to do it, you know. It's over, it's been 2 years, it's, you know, I'm just gonna try my best to forget it, but sometimes I do remember it and it pisses me off. So, yeah, well, okay, what about the mouse? I'm gonna show you guys the mouse now. So the mouse is, again, nothing too fancy. It's a Cougar mouse, 30 bucks Canadian. I know it's a million times cheaper in US, and of course got just a giant mouse. Well, not really giant. Of course, there's much larger ones. And no, this is not real. I wish it was real. Not that I'm not gonna go, you know, shoot someone up, but just airsoft. It's a very cheap one. This is not Tokyo Marui or anything like that. Nothing fancy like that. I wish I had a Tokyo Marui, but you know, this is a Bell. I don't know what kind of clone is it. Is it a WeTech? No, it can't be WeTech. WeTech doesn't have the full logos. Because if you know, like, if you're into guns, you know, something like, you know, you should know something like Glock, you know, doesn't like airsoft companies making replicas of their gun because they're afraid that, you know, someone's gonna make a bootleg one. Not that has already happened before. Even if they don't make, even if the airsoft one don't even exist, you know, it could still be bootleg. So I don't know what's Glock thinking, but you know, it's just them. It's a private company, so of course they're gonna do some weird shit. So yeah, I think it's a weak clone with the, you know, pretty nice. You know, got the blue back action. I don't even know why I'm showing you this. It has nothing to do with NR. I just had it on my desk. Of course, you gotta be, you know, gotta be proper. Gotta have the trigger discipline. So gangster. I'm kidding. I shoot. You know, I'm not the bad guy here. So don't yell at me. And I'm Canadian, by the way. So, you know, I shoot hockey pucks more than I do shoot bullets and BBs, steel BBs, pellets, all that fancy stuff, and water guns, cap guns, blank guns, dart guns, Nerf guns. Well, dart and Nerf guns, yeah, foam guns. So gotta be proper. Blowback action, yeah, show them blowback. Got the lock to slide, yeah, look at all realistic, oh, so cool. If only it was Tokyo Marui. But hey, better than nothing, right? So I hope it lasts a bit long, because I might be taking it to couple of games. Alright, put that. Alright, there we go. I don't like doing that to cheap guns. I'm just kind of scared, so... After rambling about that for about 2 minutes for no reason, or 3 minutes. So, yeah. 600 subscribers. Can't thank you guys enough. What a ride it was, you know. Had a lot of ups and downs, especially 2014. So, take a look at my Dusty collection and diecast. Those are the antennas. Oh yeah, by the way, if you are gonna get a Wi-Fi card, buy these type of antennas, because the ones that come with the card is terrible, just terrible. Don't ever use the basic ones. Always buy these guys. Buy these ones. American, yeah, even though I'm not American. Maybe one day I will be. Then I get to experience the thing. But yeah. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna make another video. Maybe do a special race. Actually, it's Fire Up NR right now. And actually no, I'm gonna do that separately. Cause yeah, this camera's getting hot. I don't want to record anymore. It's actually really burning up. I'm not kidding. I don't want this thing exploding in my hands. So, yeah, that is all. Take a look at my desktop. Hopefully I don't have any porno. And, those are my thumbnails right there for the races. If you're wondering, but I guess you don't care. But yeah, 600 subscribers. Over 3,000 videos and almost 300,000 views in total. That's crazy. That is crazy. I would never thought. To me, this is big. Really, really big. Even though the more popular ones have like 1,000 subscribers and 1,000,000 times more views. But I'm happy what I've done, you know. I mean, it may not be big, you know, to a lot of people's eyes, but to me, you know, this is one hell of an accomplishment, you know. So, let's try to get to 700. I doubt that'll happen, but you never know. It could happen. Alright, so I'm going to end the video here because the camera's getting hot, losing its battery. Had it charging, but I want to make the video now. Okay, bye. Time to press the OK button. And the thing's still recording. Okay. Okay, now stop. Alright.